But I have to blame the teachers too. Here's a bonus one as well. So this teacher talks about how she basically pledges allegiance to the queer flag.
Okay, so during third period, we have announcements and they do the Pledge of Allegiance. I always tell my class, stand if you feel like it, don't stand if you feel like it, say the words if you want, don't have to say the words. So my class decided to stand but not say the words. Totally fine. Except for the fact that my room does not have a flag. It used to be there, but I took it down during COVID because it made me uncomfortable. And I packed it away and I don't know where, and I haven't found it yet. But my kid today goes, hey, it's kind of weird that we just stand and then, you know, we say it to nothing. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, I gotta find it. Like, I'm working on it. I got you. In the meantime, I tell this kid, we do have a flag in the class that you can pledge your allegiance to. And he like looks around and he goes, oh, that one?
But wait, there's more. So check this out. Now she's trying to pledge allegiance to the queers.
It's Pride Month. I will never not be awkward. That's fun for me. Happy Pride, everyone. It's June 1st, the start of Pride Month. Here's what I got going in my classroom. I got these flags from Target in like the dollar bin, so that's amazing. They didn't have all of them in the collection that they came out with, so I got all the ones that they had. As well as the inclusive pride flag. I pledge allegiance to the queers. I also got a really big pride inclusive flag. I need to put it up still, but it's gonna go up there and I need like a ladder. So that's gonna come later, but it's here, yay! So I love you all very much. For the people who are out, for the people who aren't out, you're appreciated, you're loved, you are enough. I support you, I got you. Send your queer friends.
What really strikes me as odd about all of this is that, you know, the term queer really isn't even that politically correct anymore. I mean, these were the same people that basically told Crowder as well that for him calling some other guy a queer person, that he was being offensive to this other person. I mean, it really seems as if this term is basically kind of sectioned off and exclusively only able to be used by those that identify that way, I guess. But it's a weird term because they kind of change the offensive level of it depending on who it is that's actually saying it. I mean, granted, even though that particular guy, by the way, actually identified and put it in his own Twitter bio that he was queer and a bunch of these other kind of woke terms. But if you call him that, then all of a sudden you're a bigot. You're an evil person. That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. But sometimes it is one, sometimes it isn't. They really can't figure that out. If this is your school, though, it should be closed down. I mean, there's no way that you should be allowing teachers to do this. This lady looks and just behaves in an absolutely insane way. I'm really not liking this at all. She just really comes off as crazy. And really, the tragedy of all of this is that she misrepresents what the American flag stands for. I think that's the biggest offense that I really have about this entire situation, is that she's neglecting to understand that the flag, people pledge allegiance to the flag not because it's an inanimate object. They do it because of what it actually stands for, okay? They do that because people died for our freedom, not just mine, but theirs too. Even this teacher, all of theirs. It's just an absolute slap in the face and an insult to the veterans of the past, current, and future times to sit there and basically say, you know what? I don't care about what you did. I don't care about what you did that's allowing me to have a classroom like this and not get shot and killed. Like, by the way, she would probably have done to her in any other country besides the United States in a lot of situations. They wouldn't allow this almost anywhere else, but she's allowed to do this because of that American flag. That's why it always should go above any of these other stupid flags you've got. I don't care if it's BLM, Pride, whatever. It doesn't matter. None of those have achieved any significance. Those also change all the time. They're constantly evolving depending on what little new things. This stripe represents this thing, and this stripe represents this. These non-binary. Let's use all these weird colors. Gone are the days of just the rainbow flag. I mean, if you haven't seen the newest Pride flag, it's got all of these extra things on it. Before we know it, it'll just be like a like a Pollock painting or something. Just all of these colors just splattered on a sheet because it has kind of turned into nothing. In the process of trying to identify as everything, you've basically identified as nothing. It's just an absolute mess, which is already kind of what it looks like. But it's that representation of the American flag. It's that meaning behind the American flag that really makes the difference. That's why we actually pledge allegiance to that. It's what allows us to be free to be Christians and free of persecution for the most part in the United States, and allow us to do that and worship freely, to speak freely. That's what this is all about. The pride flag doesn't have that meaning. It doesn't stand for any of those things. It's just a virtue signaling tool that's used by these radicals to basically say, look at how woke I am. Please worship me. Look at how woke I am. And I pledge allegiance to these queer people, to this queer flag. And somehow that makes me better and more important and more educated. Yeah, I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass because these people that hate Americans so much will never leave. There's literally pictures also of mothers that are handing U.S. soldiers their children, their babies in Afghanistan right now. And you're going to tell me that this country's racist? Yeah, get out of here. Or you're going to tell me that you're going to disrespect the flag? I'm going to pass on that one. I'm not going along with this entire narrative whatsoever. That is why, we should be focused on the facts that surround our flag and not just thinking that it's just some random signal. And teachers like this shouldn't be in this profession whatsoever because they're not teaching facts. This lady is directly involved in the indoctrination of children very clearly. And she's proud enough about it to put it up on TikTok, to brag and boast about it, and to think this is just a massive laughing matter. There's no telling how many other teachers are doing things similar to this. They just aren't crazy enough to put it on TikTok. But hey, they put it out in front of us. Now we know what's going on. This is why classrooms need cameras. This is why we need to know what's going on in these different places. This clip from the William Hall Show is sponsored by the Second Amendment Jerky Company. This is a company founded on a simple idea: make the best beef jerky available and donate to the efforts and organizations that help support the Second Amendment. And let me tell you, this is awesome beef jerky. No gimmicks. Go to 2ajerky.com to support the Second.